Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to a new video on the channel, and it's actually on the car that you're looking at right now. This is what the video is based on. Mercedes-AMG GT Black Series. This is a car that has come out now, basically, with the summer season. Only, what, yesterday, I think? And it's here. Very, very cool car, first of all, to have added into the game. This is pretty much what it looks like. I have actually been driving it. I've been enjoying it. I've been doing a few races with it. And it was actually quite nice to drive. It's enjoyable to drive. It feels really easy. It's completely stock. I haven't actually touched it or done anything. However, that's not what this video is about. Sure, you can see by the title and the thumbnail. This car has a very, very, very ridiculous upgrade. I love the little winglet as well on the back. Like the wing on the wing. Like the special little arrow that's on it. That just like lifts up. It looks really, really sick inside as well. I mean, it looks very similar to like what an AMG GT looks like, but it's just even nicer. All the Alcantara everywhere. It just looks really, really cool. Carbon fiber everywhere, all the wings and everything. It's basically a race car for the road. It just looks really, really cool. I really like it. However, like I said, there is an upgrade for this car to make it the most expensive upgrade ever in a Forza game. I don't think is there anything that actually comes close to this in any other car? I really don't think so. Chat, comments, whatever, you guys can let me know what if this is the most expensive upgrade that you can do to any car ever. I don't know if you guys remember, but I actually ended up making a video on the channel basically fully building a drift car out of the most expensive car in the game, basically making it the most expensive build in the game at like, I can't remember how much it was. It's like 150 something million or something crazy. Anyway, it was on the Ferrari 250, right? I ended up buying it from the auto show, and where is it? I actually want to see how much it costs. That's 18, 16, 2 mil. Can you not actually buy it from the auto show? I bought it from somewhere. I can't remember where it was though that I bought it from, but it's an old Ferrari, right? It's the 250 GT or the 250 GTO, I think it was, and I ended up building it. Has to be here, right? Has to be one of these. But regardless, most of the money from that build came from the price of the car itself. Now, this one is actually going to come from the price of the build. Now, this is what we can do to it normally. That's fine. It's got a 4-liter V8. Again, that's fine. This is the engine upgrade that we can have on this car. Boom. A 6-liter racing V12 engine that costs 900 grand. 900 grand for an engine. Like, it's so stupid. We already know what this engine is. This is the engine that came in the Huayra Huayra R that came out with the car pack. And it's that engine. It's mad. It is mad. I'm gonna put it on. I mean, you can hear it as well. It is that engine. We already know what it is. But it's mad that this engine is making its way back into a Mercedes again. Since it left Mercedes in the first place. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see how much money can I actually spend on building this thing. How can I make a car that's worth £1 million quid? That's what I want to try and see if I can recreate here. I don't know if it's possible, but I'm going to try to buy the most expensive things possible on this car to try and see if I can make this thing 1 million quid. I want to see 1 million credits. I want to see if it's actually possible to get this thing to 1 million credits. I want to buy some new wheels. I think 3,400, no, 3,500 by the looks of things is the most, 3,700. Surely not. The more I go down, the more expensive they get, right? I think it's just the brand itself. I think HREs and yeah, I think HREs are probably going to be the most expensive wheels out of the lot. I thought maybe like ADV ones and stuff like that as well. But I think, by the looks of things, HREs are going to be stupidly expensive. With 3,700. Ooh, I like these. Westport wheels, 3,700. I might put those on. There's a few more here for 3,700. I just want to do the most expensive build possible here. 4K for the Speedline courses. 4K by the looks of things is the most expensive so far. Alright, they're on. They are on. What about now? 934. I'm gonna also change the wheel size as well. We're gonna go with 21s in the front and probably 21s in the rear as well. This is the stupidest thing I've ever done. Bro, what is going on here? 7 speed as well. Race diff, okay, they all cost the same, which is good. It doesn't really matter though which one we put on. Suspension, drift suspension. I guess I'm turning this thing into a drift build right now since we're doing this. 2,350. Oh no, I think we're done. I think we might actually be done here. 968 grand. 968. I've never seen a build cost more than this. This is the most expensive build we can do to this car. I don't think there's anything else. The only way we can actually get this thing to cost more is if we buy everything for it, basically. But for a one-time purchase, this is the most expensive thing that we can possibly do here. I don't think there is anything else that I can actually do to get this thing to cost more money. Are tires more expensive? Like any other tires? No, they all cost 10k. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that is pretty much all that we have. It's 968k. That's stupid. And I'm gonna do it just because I'm rich in the game. I don't really want to use it like this, but I'm rich in the game, so why not? You know? Why not? I feel like it's just gonna be absolutely ruined now, having this much power. It's on slick tires as well. Oh my god, bro. Okay, there you go. This is for the people that were asking anti-lag. They were asking for anti-lag on the Pagani. In that video, I've had a couple people asking me about trying to put turbos and anti-lag on this engine just to see what it sounds like. Jesus. Right. Well, that is basically almost 1 million credits built on this car. That is pretty ridiculous, though. That is pretty crazy. Alright, well, I actually want to drive this thing normally. So, let's try not do what I've just done to it. It seems to handle really well. It's good. It's still not as good as, like, let's say, the Viper or anything like that. But then again, it isn't fully maxed out just yet. The tires bring this thing to 891, which should increase its grip quite a bit. The handling is at 7.6. That's very, very good for this car. 7.7 and a 7.8. It doesn't actually need more power. It just definitely does not feel like it needs more power. The only thing that I could possibly think that we could try to get rid of is a bit of weight. Because it weighs quite a bit. 1,600 kilos is quite a lot for this thing. It already has, what, a 9-speed in it as well. I'm going to put the race transmission in it. And the race diff. Apart from that, we can't really change anything else. As soon as we start adding things, or as soon as we start changing anything on this car, I think it'll just jump up. Oh, no. I guess we can add a little bit more power. You know how we can combat? You know how we can combat its weight by giving it more power? Of course, silly me. All right, actually, what did the exhaust upgrade sounds like? This thing doesn't sound that great. It doesn't sound like your regular AMG V8s. This sounds much better, actually. Can we get rid of this? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Will this... No. I'm trying to think, what can I possibly do to get this thing to have that exhaust on it, but I don't think I can. I think I'm actually stuck with not being able to use that exhaust. That sucks. There's something simple. There you go. There you go. And now we're pretty much at the top of that. So, like I said, this is actually a very, very good car. It drives really well. I kind of want to bring it uphill on the hill climb, on the Vulcan Sprint, and try and check it out there. It is also still rear-wheel drive, so keep that in mind. It's not all-wheel drive right now. No tune set up for this car. I haven't done anything to it at all. I'm gonna try and probably do a couple things and see what happens, but yeah, we'll see. Alright, well, it's finished. Doesn't sound any different. It'll all be now acceleration out of the corner. Oh my god, yeah, it's very good actually still. That is actually very, very good. That is so much better than before. That extra little bit of grip and the suspension tune changed the characteristics of this car completely. It is a very good car to drive now. And especially the aero as well. I think the aero makes a big difference too. Aero on the front end. The front end is so sharp, bro. Oh my god. Like, yeah, when you drive this car initially, you'll realize how good it actually is for racing. And the thing is, though, it just feels a little big and a little heavy. But with these tires, it just doesn't feel like it weighs 1,600 kilos. See, that's the one thing. The little snap oversteer bit is the thing with this car that you were able to get with it completely stock as well. It's like you steer one way, but then if you have to steer the other way, you have to be so careful with it that you don't do what I just did there. Because this thing does snap oversteer. The same with the exit on the power. I'm trying to see where my limits with this car are right now. That's why I'm driving like this in just free run. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to see where my limits are with this car when I'm just driving around like this, just to see, like, pretty much how I'm gonna be able to tackle some of these corners, especially going uphill. Uphill is gonna be a bit of a weird one due to the fact that this thing is all the power all going to the rear wheels. It's gonna be a weird one to try and see if I can beat. So what is the car here? Oh yeah, the Tacoma. The Tacoma did very well here, actually, if I remember correctly. That was a very, very good car. I feel like this would probably not be able to keep up with it going uphill. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I do like the AMG, and I think it's a very good car. I think it handles really well. It's super lightweight, especially the front end is hella light. Weirdly enough, even if it is rear-wheel drive and it has a massive engine over the front wheels. Well, it's actually a mid-engine, right? Because the bonnet or the hood or whatever, the front end of this car is so long that the engine actually sits behind those front wheels. It's kind of like mid-engine. Isn't that like wasn't that like always the thing with Mercedes, like AMG cars, like I guess like built cars like this, like stuff like the SLR or the SLS or even this AMG GT, their engines sit so far back that it feels like, or it looks like, they're technically mid-engine. Yeah, I think the all-wheel drive out of the Tacoma is gonna absolutely batter me here on the uphill. I think this maybe could be a better downhill car than an uphill car. As a rear-wheel drive, I think as a... yeah, there it goes. Yeah, the back end just loves to slip from you. You just have to be so careful to try and catch it. I could probably change my tune slightly so it doesn't oversteer as easily. But I think that's just power going to the rear wheels. That's just me with my finger on the throttle, pretty much. That's the issue. I don't really want to blame it on the tune or the car. I think it's just my poor driving. Yeah, maybe uphill wasn't a good idea for a rear-wheel drive car. That Tacoma is just gone. I'm the one in the Tacoma, but like... yeah, the Tacoma's very good. I think it also has wider tires. Am I wrong in saying that? I don't know. That thing has like aero all over the damn thing. It's just such a weird car that they added into this game. And I never realized how good it was until someone actually sent me a tune with it. Maybe I should try downhill with this thing. Let's see what it's like. Downhill being the golden toe again. Let's see how close we can get to the Viper. The Viper downhill is really, really good. Obviously, it's the best car. The best car in S1 is the Viper. Is the anniversary Viper. That, like, there's nothing else that you can change. Like, there's nothing that like comes close to the Viper. Maybe a couple of Muzzlers and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. The Viper is just way too good. I think this thing, like I said, I think this thing is good in its own terms. It's not OP, it's not crazy or whatever, but it is good in its own terms. I think the cool thing about it was that you can actually have basically almost 1 million credit build on this car, which is kind of cool. I wish that we could do that more on more cars. I wish that we could spend like 1 million credits just throwing money away pretty much. Which is exactly what I did here. I just threw that money away into the abyss because I'm never going to use that engine on this car ever. It just isn't going to happen. Unless somehow there's a build out there that suddenly uses that engine on this car, I think it's going to be completely useless what I've just done there. I've just done it for a video. Okay. Jesus. The front end is like still pulling in. I'm not going fast enough for some of these corners. Yeah, the front end just still pulls in a little bit more and a little bit more every time I'm in these corners, and I just don't expect it. That's why I'm kind of pushing it a little wider, and then I mess up my line completely. This is where being on a wheel would be so much more beneficial, because you can do such minute changes with a car like this. Whereas on a controller, when you're playing on a controller with a stick, it's difficult unless you do the whole like pointing upwards type of thing, which I can't do. I can't do. My hand don't bend like that. Ooh, that. Let's go again. Let's go again. I gotta try to see if I can prevent it from oversteering as much. Alright, let's try this one again. That type of oversteer is fine. That's oversteer from just me adding way too much power on a very bad surface. Nice. Love how I said nice after crashing. It's a little better actually. It's coming out of corners like ordeal that I had with this car, right? That was the issue with it. Little snapback oversteer and coming out of corners. Yeah, it's kind of hard to drive. I don't think my tune is very good. It also is S1, I have to keep that in mind. I have been driving on this track with like lower class cars, so maybe I'm used to that. Maybe I'm just not used to driving something stupid like this. Something that has over 700 horsepower, or all going to the rear wheels, like. But I do feel though, if I do make it all-wheel drive, I'm just gonna completely ruin the balance of this thing. It's just gonna handle like shit, and I don't want to do that. Like, I'd rather keep it rear-wheel drive and just learn to build a better car, then go the easy way and change it to all-wheel drive, so I don't have to control the power output as much. I can just like floor it a little bit more often. But the thing is though, it'll completely upset the balance of the car in every other way, shape or form. Like, yeah, I can floor it a little bit early in corners just because I have all-wheel drive and I won't have that, you know, oversteer from the back end. But, like, then what? Then what? This thing will just end up understeering like crazy. Actually, I think this is going to be much faster than the Lotus Emira that we've test drove, what, yesterday? 2 days ago? Or I haven't tested it yet, I don't even know. What? I've made so many videos the past couple of days, I don't know which way they're going to go out. But you guys should already know that there will be a Lotus Emira video out, if it's not out yet. I did say that I was going to check out pretty much every car from the car pack, so Lotus Emira is one of them from the car pack. But Lotus Emira I have built up to A class. And that thing is a monster, let me tell you. It's just a really, really good car. I think you should definitely check out the video when it's out, if it's not out yet. There you go. This is for anybody that actually wanted to see a time finish with this thing. 416, not great. Not that great at all. Could be a tune. Could also be my driving. But 416 is what we ended up with this AMG GT Black Series. I do really like it. I still think it's a lot of fun to drive. I still think it's still quite good to drive. It's not, like I said, OP. It's not anything crazy. But it is still quite good to drive. Sounds good. The balance is good. Again, could also be my tune. I could probably get this thing to drive a little bit better than what it is like now. It definitely feels very solid to drive. I've driven much worse S1 cars before. But, yeah. It's nice. It's nice. Well, that was it for today's video. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed it. To get this thing, by the way, I don't know if I've said it or not. Just get your 20 points this week, and that's pretty much it. That's how you get it. Or you can just buy one from the auto show if you're willing to spend all that money. But I am actually working on trying to get the Nissan Z there, as you can see. So that's why I'm at, for whatever reason, I'm at 78 points somehow. I don't know how I'm at 78 points, but I'm at 78 points somehow. Yeah, I'm just probably gonna end up doing a couple more things here. But as you can see, I've done pretty much every single thing from this. I still have to do the high team story as well, which is gonna give me an extra point or two. I don't even know how many points you actually get, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. Like I said, hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one.